Hey guys, it's Nasia from All Things Nasia, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'll be showing you all how to use the Snapmat feature in Cricut Design Space to create layered images on your garments. You can find SVGs all over the internet, but however, I will be using an SVG that I purchased off of Etsy. It is a Winnie the Pooh SVG. It was just really too cute, and I'm like, I have to do a video including him. So I'll actually leave the seller's name and the actual place that I got it from in the description bar below. First, I'm going to show you guys what we'll need, and then we'll get started with the video. First, you're going to need something to cut your vinyl, whether you're using scissors, an X-Acto blade, or one of these. I don't exactly know what these are called, but I just use it. It's a Fisker cutter. You're going to need the vinyl colors of your choice based on whatever SVG image you're going to be using. We're going to cut this vinyl down. We will not be using all three of these rolls for you beginners. You're going to need some Cricut tools because weeding. You're going to need whatever garment you're going to be putting your image on. So I'm going to be using this shirt from Walmart. You're going to be using some parchment paper because I always feel like when you use parchment paper, your design goes over a lot more smooth. The process is a lot easier. You're going to need a Cricut machine. I'll be using my Cricut Maker, but you can also use a Cricut Explore Air 2. You can use a Cricut Maker 3. You can use a Cricut Joy. Keep in mind, in order to use the Snapmat feature on Cricut Design Space, you have to be using an iOS device such as an iPad or an iPhone. You can also layer SVG images with your computer. Worry not. I do have a video showing you all how to do that. I'll leave it in the description box, and I'll actually put it up here somewhere so that you guys can see. I will not be using a heat press today. I will be using my Cricut Easy Press 2. So now that you guys know everything that I'm going to be using, let's get started. So this is the view that you all are going to have. These are the vinyls that I'm going to be using. I'm actually going to cut these down a little because I already know I'm using a kid's shirt, and I think a size 2T. So there's only but, you know, so much vinyl you need for that. Let's go ahead and get started with the actual design. So here's my home screen. I'm going to go ahead and take you guys to the Cricut app where we are going to press this green plus sign where I have already had this project inserted, but I'll start over. So here is the home screen. I'm going to go ahead down here to upload. And then I'm going to press browse files because I downloaded the images into my files where I already had Baby Winnie right here. Baby Winnie SVG. I'm going to tap him. And then it asks me to name him. I'll just put BW because I already had Baby Winnie saved. Now here we are. So I'm just looking at this in the Cricut app. The mat goes by 2s instead of by 1s. So every little square right here is 4. So what I like to do is just tap the image and place the design over into the corner and just, you know, zoom in a little because I want it to be a little bit more realistic. So now it's telling me that this image is going across 6 and down 8. I don't know if I want it quite that big. I just think I want it a little bit smaller. So we're going to go ahead and make him a little smaller. And I think that that size is appropriate. Now this is a layered image, so it will not be one cut. This will be multiple cuts, but I'm going to show you guys how to put it all on one mat. So we're going to go ahead and press make it. And then what I'm going to do is just go over my cuts. So here's the black mat. There is a pink mat. So I'll have to get a little small piece of pink. There's the red mat. And there's the yellow mat. So now I'm going to go ahead and place my mat down and basically put down all the vinyl. So now I'm going to place the vinyl all around the mat. I'm actually going to size down on this black. So what I'm going to do is just cut it. So I know that the design has to be at least down 7 squares and over 6 squares. If you hear my kids yelling, I have toddlers. So that is down 7 squares, and that's over more than 6. And next to it, I'm going to put this yellow vinyl. It is white on the other side. Then I'm going to take this red vinyl, which is white on the other side, and I'm going to put this last piece of pink vinyl right here. You don't have to be too detailed when you're using big pieces, because the Snapmat feature is going to let you place the vinyl wherever you need it to be. So now this is what the mat looks like when all the vinyl is applied. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to combine all of the vinyl cuts onto one mat. So I'm going to use the black mat for example. So I'm going to slide over to the next mat. I'm going to press these 3 dots, move object, and I'm going to move it to the black mat. It does not have to be perfect because, as I said, we're going to be using the Snapmat feature. Now I do see that it is a little close to the black, so when this happens, what I like to do is just flip it around so that I know exactly where to put it. So I'm going to flip this, and now I know it has a little bit more room when I'm cutting it. So now I'm going to snap mat. It's going to ask for access to the camera. Okay. So I'm actually going to stand up and give you guys a better view of this. So here is the mat. And then this is what the Snapmat feature looks like. And here is what it looks like when it does finally snap. I'm not going to lie, guys, it does take a while when you're first trying, and sometimes it will glitch, but if you want to learn, I'm here to teach you. So here is what it looks like, and I'm going to press use. And this is basically showing me exactly what it's going to look like when it's being cut. So I only have to use one mat. And you can adjust it if it's not looking how you want it to look. You can move it around. It looks perfect on my end. So now I'm going to go ahead and press next. Now I'm going to choose the material that I'm using. I am using regular everyday iron-on. And now I'm going to go ahead and load my mat. So I'm going to go ahead and stick my mat in and press the load button. So now the machine is telling me to unload, so I'm going to go ahead and unload. And it has cut every piece of the vinyl, so now I'm going to weed it and begin pressing. A tip is that I like to weed the vinyl while it's already on the mat. It just makes it a little bit easier, and the vinyl's not like curling up or running away from me. Another tip that I like to give is that when you're weeding vinyl, when you're having a hard time seeing the cuts, take the flash of your phone and just shine it onto the image from the top, and you'll be able to see it a lot easier. So here are all the pieces. There's the black, here's the yellow, here's the red and the pink. So what I like to do is just lay them down and go ahead and line them up now. So all that I have to do is just peel them off of each other later. So here is what the full image will look like on the shirt, and I'm going to show you how I can just pull by layer when I set the shirt up. So I'm using a press pillow. My Cricut Easy Press is heated up to 320 degrees, and I'm going to be heating it up for 20-second increments. So here's the pressing pillow. Here's my little shirt. I'm going to go ahead and lint roll the shirt a little. So I'm going to go ahead and take the parchment paper and pre-press this for about 5 seconds. So first, I'm going to take this and put it like this, finding the center. Then I'm going to go ahead and take all the pieces that aren't the black, starting with the yellow, and just peel the yellow back so that the red is still on there. And the pink just isn't adhering to the other vinyl. But this is what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead, take my parchment, and press for 20 seconds with light pressure. It's been 20 seconds. Again, I'm going to grab that vinyl. I'm going to line it up again. You want to make sure you're very thorough with putting it in the right spot. I'm going to go ahead and peel the red. And I'm going to go ahead and press. Same settings. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and peel. Now I'm going to go ahead and place the shirt. And what I can do is I can actually cut this down to size since it's such a small piece, and press that also at the same time. Just as long as there's no plastic underneath the vinyl, we're good. And in this case, they do not overlap. Parchment paper. I'm going to add a little bit more pressure since this is the final press. I'm just doing a little final lint roll. And here is the final design. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will be back with another video very soon. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Bye guys.